but respectively, I do apologize if you did block her and you learned your lesson. But yeah, just be careful who you sit with because you don't know, because she is a vile individual.
Oh, somebody asked me, why did I go to prison?
Okay, I'm gonna hop down. Whoever sent me a gift, thank you. You guys are so fucking sweet. But yeah, I apologize for coming at you that way, sideways.
That's quite all right. I'm going to answer any question that comes my way. I am not hiding anything.
All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
You too, sweetie.
I came up here to say one thing. This is a general statement. I'm just doing my pick me for the moment. Even if you work in the military, if you're a police officer, whatever have you, you're higher up in the state, you haven't been convicted, things of that sort, does not mean that you're not an SO. You may not be an RSO, you may not have charges, but if a child comes forward and says something happened to them, and it's not anybody's place to deny that it happened to them. It's not anybody's place to say because you're this, that. You could be president of the United States and still be a predator. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know anything. I haven't seen any proof, but I just want to let you guys know that it doesn't matter what part.
I understand that.
Anything you are, you can still be a predator.
She has changed her story.
Okay. A lot of victims do change their story. It happens when you're intimidated. I just don't think it's a good idea for you to injustify a child's trauma or anything of the sort. I think that
ma'am, I'm not in justifying anything. For the very simple fact is, I was done that way as a child, and I do not support any of that. If I knew, even suspected he was that way, I would not be with that man.
Well, just so you know, it's the ones you least expect. Have a good day.
Hey, Teresa.
So let me get out that. The llama. What's the llama issue?
Okay, Llama come over to my side for a while, and she was Ashley's mod for a while. Then she come over to my side, and she completely bashed Ashley upside one down the other. I mean, just completely did everything to her. But then apparently I supposedly did not defend Llama to her liking, and she left with a bunch of people from my group. I was not upset. That's their prerogative to leave. Okay? I did not say one word against her and anything, but they started bashing me, spreading lies and stuff like that on me and my husband. I sent you screenshots of what she put up about me and my husband, yes, which is a total lie. She continued to bash me, and I started, yes, I'm not going to deny, I started a Reddit page on her.
Okay.
And her group. And it's called the Barnyard Page.
Okay.
I'm not going to deny it. Why would I deny it?
So they keep talking about this child.
I know.
It's lunchtime.
She was removed because the father was not taking care of her. And I called DCS and told them about it. He refused to feed her nutritious meals. Straight. Hey, Teresa.
Hey, sorry. I just got home, so get a minute.
Trip okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No, I'm not drama. I'm not the one going into everyone's boxes,
So the girl,
calling people.
so
Yes,
the girl
sir.
was living with you. The child was living with you,
Yes, sir.
but was malnourished. Was it because of?
All he wanted to feed her was cookies and chips.
Oh, who is he?
The father.
Okay, but
All he wanted to do was feed her cookies and chips, stay in his room, watch movies, and that's it. I was cooking, cleaning, doing her clothes, laying her clothes out for school, making sure she did her best to eat. I cooked nutritious food.
so did who called CPS?
I did.
What in Alabama? But
I called the DCS. I pretty well told him that he was refusing to feed her nutritious meals. I was taking care of her while he stayed in his room on watching movies.
but 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 can you have made sure, or you didn't want the responsibility?
What do you mean?
Like
He
you
was
prepared her?
he was supposed to be the one taking care of her. The only time that I was supposed to watch her was when he was at work, and that was what he told me.
You just said that you had to take care of her, but she was removed for malnutrition. Why? How?
Why and how?
In the same house? Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
She was not
There's
removed.
no way that I'm the
She
only
was
one.
not removed, Victoria. She was not removed for malnutrition.
Did you,
Okay.
did you not just say that?
No, I did not. I said I called DCS to say that the father did not want to feed her correctly, that I was having to.
I swear to God, she said malnutrition.
No.
She did.
Her malnutrition
You did.
too.
You did.
I said she was removed because I told DCS that he refused to feed her nutritious meals.
And then you said that she was malnutrition and that's why they took her.
She
Yeah.
was.
Well,
Okay, so
Shut
that
up.
means wait,
Shut
so
up.
that means
Let me
that
finish.
means-
Let me
Wait a
finish.
minute. That no, you please
Let me finish.
Hold on. You're contradicting yourself because you literally just said when he's at work, you took the responsibility to feed her nutrition meals. So basically, you're saying that what he what did he go to work just once a week? So only one day a week you were responsible for giving her nutrition? Was it 5 days a week?
Is this your stepchild?
if all he did was stay in his room and it was up to you to take care of said child, that child would not have malnutrition.
What the fuck?
And that means that you were completely part of the problem if they still came out, which you initiated, and she was not nutritioned at all correctly. Because you just said you took full responsibility of her while he was at work. So depending on how often he was going to work throughout the week, she was still not being fed correctly by you as well. That's all we're saying is that that's your part. You were part of the problem with the child. If that's the story that you're going to go with.
Which makes me shake and mad as a mother.
And please don't tell people to shut up. We were just coming up to clarify because you were contradicting yourself.
Oh, y'all can unmute. Y'all can unmute. Let me see. Y'all can unmute. Y'all can unmute.
Well, see, I didn't know nothing about that.
I didn't
I
mute.
did not know that you called CPS.
Yeah, I called CPS because he refused to feed her nutritious meals.
Oh, well, I thought it was a different story.
Was
No,
it was the child related to you?
no.
Oh,
That means
okay.
I was not responsible for her. The only
What?
time I was ever responsible for her was when I babysitted her.
Where the dude come from?
I cooked and cleaned for this kid. But when he was here, it was his responsibility to take care of his own daughter.
Can I get a little bit more context? Like, who is he?
My ex best friend's son.
Cynthia, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
How often did he go to work? Was it a Monday through Friday job?
No,
So like twice a
he
week?
he would work. What was it? Maybe 6 to 11. Maybe 2 days a week. He worked at the Dollar General part time.
Okay. And you said you were responsible to feed her nutritious food whenever. Now he stayed in his room when he was there.
Yeah, and he had full access to the kitchen, the food, everything.
And
Only
like,
thing he would buy was chips and cookies.
and so for like dinner at night, would they eat dinner with you?
I would cook dinner, and she would sit down here and eat with me.
You see
You know
where
who
I'm getting
didn't have
at?
full access to the kitchen or the food? That child. That child relying on the adults in the house to provide said food, water, milk, whatever that child needs.
This is not why I come in here.
I don't give a
Listen,
shit.
I
You
feel
brought
like
it here.
you
That's a
guys are
child.
not
You're
understanding.
I come in
piece of
here to
shit,
discuss
just like the
somebody
father.
llama.
Correct. If you guys really knew what was going on behind the scenes of this man, then it might make a little bit more sense to you. It wasn't just the simple fact of the child not being taken care of by the dad, but he was also very ugly to the little girl. And I had been on the phone with Cindy and had heard him. It goes past the point of not being fed. It was not her responsibility. She wasn't letting the child starve by any means.
That
But at the
child
same
had malnutrition. That child was not being fed the way a child is supposed to be fed.
The child was being
I don't care
fed.
if that's not her blood. I don't care if it wasn't her responsibility. That child resides under your roof or is even just visiting
He was
for a
being
weekend.
fed.
No, I'm
And
not
I
done.
She was
If
being
you see
fed.
a kid walking around hungry or thirsty,
And you
don't
feed them.
say that that's
And
not
that's
my
what-
And I've always
responsibility
fed
right
her.
now. You feed
I always
the
fed
kid.
her. I fed her. I would put
Obviously
food in
not
front of her.
enough.
I put food in front of her.
She wouldn't have had malnutrition. You can
Yeah,
kiss
Amanda,
my
no-
ass
no-
with all of that shit. That child needed an actual adult in the house.
Really?
Who had humanity.
I do have
Trying
humanity.
to gaslight
I
me
took
in
posi-
any way.
I took
at
custody
all to
of
think
her.
that anything you say right now makes an excuse of that.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Why she in
Miss
CPS
Cynthia,
if you took
said
custody?
you took custody of
I
the
can't
child?
I can't hear you, Pastor.
Oh, I think CJ got the same question. I'm just wondering if you took custody,
Okay.
why she's in CPS care.
So, first off, the dude was not related to you.
No.
The child was not related to you.
No.
You opened your home to them,
Yes.
but he was mistreating the child while he was there.
Yes.
You offered the child food, but obviously dad didn't care that whatever.
His words were, "That's my daughter. I'm going to feed her what the fuck I want."
Okay. So all this goes on. You say, screw you, buddy. I'm going to call CPS on you. They come and remove the child, and in the findings, they find that the child is malnutrition. Am I right?
No. She started having circles under her eyes before she was removed, and I looked it up, and it was an iron deficiency. So we got her iron tablets.
You didn't take her to the doctor. You Googled it and got her iron tablets. Is that what you're saying?
She was not sick.
But if you see
I
back
don't
on her
think
eyes,
she
you didn't
had.
take her
She
to the
didn't have
doctor.
the right to take her to the doctor.
No, I did not have the
father
right.
has to. The parent has to take the child to a doctor. It cannot be who you're living with. It has to be a parent that is underage.
Unless it's in an emergency situation, and then
I
they
didn't have the
to
right.
see the child.
I did not have
Why?
the right.
Why would you Google MD her? You are. If the child got taken, then you are. This is a you problem, no longer a father problem, because you took him in the home and you felt that you were doctor enough to take care of her and feed her. Whatever your reason is for coming up here, shame on you.
Okay. so
My
let's
reason
go back
has
to-
nothing to do with this child.
Okay.
The child's in a better place right now.
Thank God
I
for
would
that.
agree. Yeah, I would
Thank
agree. Thank
God
God.
for that.
Yeah, the child's in a better place, so she's not getting screamed and yelled at by her father. Shut the fuck up! You're pissing me the hell off.
I don't
you
give
shut
a
up.
shit.
Whoa,
Do you
whoa,
know
whoa.
the level
No,
of rage
no. This
that
is
I
what
feel
he
towards
said
piece
to
of
her.
shit people like you
Listen,
who
shut
have
up.
the audacity to neglect or abuse
I
children.
never neglected that
You
baby.
can get pissed at me all day long, bitch. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
hold on.
leave.
Damn, she dropped.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't get to the
mention that-
end of it.
I'm just going to say I did not know all that. I was told a different story of why the child was removed. That wasn't the story I was told.
I'm not going to watch what I say. Not in a situation like that, Shannon. I don't give a
I came up
shit.
here because you're yelling. I'm like, oh, who we fighting now?
I yelled to the point my ear popped. I am
Yeah.
disgusted. And anyone who wants to get up in a box and try to make any kind of excuse for a child walking around fucking hungry can
Yep.
kiss
She
my
was never.
entire
She
ass.
was never hungry. And what I said was a while ago was what he said to her. I
She
did
was
not say
never
it to
hungry. You don't get
No.
malnutrition from being full, you stupid bitch.
Okay, hold on. Miss Cynthia.
Then you Googled MD her.
All I did was look up to see
She
what
was
would
in your
cause it.
house. Okay, wait.
Oh my
That-
God! I
You-
fed her
okay.
whenever she was
You
hungry. She was a picky eater.
Oh boy.
Miss
I
Cynthia.
understand a picky eater, but you said he cussed her. So you allowed
Yes.
all this cussing
No, I
and
didn't.
fighting in your
No,
house?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, Miss Cynthia.
I
let's
chewed
go
his
back to our
ass
story.
out every time he would
So
cuss
y'all
his
fought
child.
in front of him.
Oh, it's even in
Oh,
home.
gotcha.
And if there was
Cynthia.
malnutrition due to picky eating, if there was proper medical care and attention on this child,
I did not
that
have
child
any
would have had
authorization to take
exactly
her.
what she needed to
Yeah,
be a
well,
you didn't have no
healthy, growing kid.
Authorization to give her iron pills either, but you did.
But you had custody of her, so you would have had
No.
the say to take her.
No, I did not
This,
have
you
custody.
obviously don't know me. I don't call people names ever. Cynthia's the first for me.
Well, how are you doing, Miss Victoria?
Wow.
Miss Cynthia, I have. Can we finish our discussion?
I'm gonna
Please.
respect CJ.
So, you called CPS.
Yes.
They came and removed the child.
Yes.
Okay, where did the child go?
Back to foster care.
To foster care. So
Yes.
the child stayed in foster care. Where did he go?
Once she was removed, I kicked him out of my house.
Good deal. Okay, now where's the child today? You said you took
Still-
custody of her. Where did that come in?
I was told that I could have guardianship of her. I called CPS or DCS to find out if I could still get guardianship of her. They said they were trying to get her to a relative in another state.
Okay, so you actually didn't take custody of her.
No. I was trying.
Okay.
I got a
Can I say
question.
something?
Cynthia,
Yes.
I just want to say that I've had custody of no custody, but I've had
Esther,
my
you kicked
grandson
me.
for 4 years, and I've taken him to the doctor nonstop with no paperwork, no nothing.
You're
That's
related.
seriously not an excuse.
You're related. I'm not
It don't
blood
matter.
related. And I was not allowed
It
to
don't
take the
matter.
child. I was not allowed to take the child anywhere without permission. I
got a
found that
question.
out later.
I've never heard of that. If
Well,
a child's sick,
yeah.
you could even take him to the emergency room. They would never tell you no.
I
Even
would
if
have had to
they
have
had
the
to
father.
contact a
I
parent or
would have had to
contact
have the
someone.
father with me
No,
got a-
not
to
today.
sign the paperwork.
I just have one thing to say.
What?
I had 4 children of my own. I had 4 stepchildren. The oldest stepson was so picky. He was a very picky eater. But let me tell you, he was never malnourished
No.
in my care.
She's Never mind.
Just respect.
Y'all are listening.
Real quick.
Y'all just go ahead and listen.
Wait a second. Chris has been sitting very quietly. We don't usually get a lot of like men perspective or questions up here. So can we let him speak real quick so he can drop, please?
I got one question for Miss Castell. You said that the father was in his room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you? This of course. Why didn't you go in there and tell him to come out and feed his child?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I did, and that's when he told me that's my child. I'll feed her whatever the fuck I want to.
But shouldn't you have made him come out? I mean,
he was a 30-something-year-old man.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Teresa, didn't you say that you heard a different story than the one she's telling right now? What story did you hear from her?
That's what I want to know too.
I'm not getting in this. I came here for a different reason. Y'all.
I did too. I did too. I come in.
Can I just say real quick? I'm not on anyone's side because I don't know the situation, but I will say that I live in Wyoming. There's no children's hospital here, but my daughter, like a month ago, was referred to either Salt Lake City or Denver Children's. We chose Denver because I have family there, and my mom had to take her, but she did have to have me sign a paper and have it notarized for my mom to take her to the doctors. And she's 17. My daughter's 17, and she still had to have a notarized paper to take my daughter to that doctor's appointment. I just wanted to say that. Could be different in different states. Just giving my perspective on what we just went through.
I definitely get something else.
Yeah, the windows. Cynthia, did you know that he was like that and you were like advocating for him to get his child back?
No, I did not know he was like that.
So you had him living with you and you were all for having the child come back. And then all of a sudden he changed because you were, it's like kind of weird because it seems kind of like slimy.
Okay, he moved down here from Michigan. His mom went and got him from Michigan. I did not know him up until the day that he moved in here.
I just want to say, being picky does not make you malnourished.
What y'all are calling malnourished is different. What y'all are thinking. She started getting black circles under her eyes. That was it. She eat. Hold it. Let me finish.
Eaters. We don't
Let
have
me
dark
finish.
circles.
Let me say something real quick. The story I told, so these people in these comments will shut the hell up. The story I was told is Cindy took her out of state. You took him.
Which I did.
Took her to Alabama or something like that. And
Mississippi.
CPS, whatever. And CPS found out, and that's why CPS came and took her because you took her out of state. That's the story I was told.
So why tell two different
Which
stories?
I had permission for.
So what's the true story, Cynthia?
Yeah.
Because those are two totally different stories that don't relate at all. So what really happened? So did CPS?
Lindsay, let me finish. Let me
Okay,
start.
Cynthia, I'd love to hear it.
Okay. I called CPS. Told them about everything that was going on. I went to see my dad. Got permission from the father to take her. When I found out that she was not supposed to cross the state line, I apologized to CPS or DCS, said I did not know, and she said, okay, that's fine, you can get permission from DCS to do what you need to do. And the very next day, they went and picked her up at school, and that's all I know. That was the last I heard.
A common cousin was saying that you went for partial custody and you live streamed the court hearing and you won partial custody. Is that true?
Huh? No. I've never live streamed a court. I've never live streamed a court.
Okay.
So I just want to say real quick, and then I'll get down so somebody else can hop up, that I have 4 children. I actually lost custody of my first 2 when I was in addiction. I've been 6 years clean, by the way. But I did need to write a note for my kids to go to the doctors, but they definitely could bring my kids to the doctor as long as it was okay with me. So I just wanted to piggyback on that, y'all. Teddy, I love your content. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
All you ladies
And thank
have
you
a
for
Merry
this-
Christmas,
this
Teddy.
year.
Your family have a great Christmas as well.
Wow.
Cynthia,
Yes.
if you met him the day that he moved in your house with you, then why were you so adamant that he was a good dad and all that? I mean, you couldn't really know, right? If you just met him. I mean, that's a little girl's life it just seems weird.
Because his mother at the time was my best friend, and she talked very highly of him and the daughter.
But the daughter was clearly put in harm's way if she was screaming at her, not feeding her, all that. So it just seems,
That happened, right?
Don't be such an advocate for somebody that you don't know, because again, that's a life child.
All right, I guess I'm a bad person because I have a big heart. Okay,
It was
never mind.
Ashley Starr who streamed court when she went to court. It was Ashley.
Not me.
So people are saying that you lost your own children. Is that true?
I've only got one child. When I went to basic training, and I know people's going to bring this up, I signed temporary custody of her to my grandmother while I was gone to basic, so that if anything happened to her, she could take her to the hospital, sign the proper paperwork and everything. While I was gone, my grandmother went to a judge, claimed that I had abandoned her, that she didn't know where I was at, but yet I had a bank account with her name and my name on there. The judge believed her and signed her full custody. When I come back from basic, I spent every dime I had to hire an attorney to get my daughter back.
So I just have a question, Cynthia. So you said you took the child. Well, first, let me talk about the medical care, okay? I know a lot of people are saying, yes, you have to have permission. So if you have to take a child to like a primary care doctor, a specialist.
If it's a lot.
Can I speak, please?
If it's just.
Can I speak real quick, please? Thank you, because I'm not finished. If you have to take a child to like a urologist appointment or something, then yes, you would need a signature. But the emergency room cannot deny any child. They will ask you for the parent's information and ask why you are bringing them, and then CPS can get involved then. So I guess my question is why did you not take the child to the ER, and why did you just think that you were a Google MD doctor and just saw circles in her eyes and thought, oh, she has an iron deficiency? My next question is you said you took the child out to Alabama. Why didn't you take the child to the doctor? And I'm done.
I got a question too. You said that you took this girl out of state, but you.
Let her answer those 2 questions.
Oh my goodness! I'll wait. Fine.
I took her to Mississippi for me to visit my father.
But my question would be is with the whole WebMD thing, what would have happened if you were wrong and that child had gotten hurt or even had passed?
If it was a life or death situation, I would have immediately took her to the ER.
But do you have any medical professional
This was black circles while y'all are just amazing.
No, because it's very serious that if you give a child something and like you don't know what kind of reaction they would have.
Children's vitamin.
You don't know their allergies or
a children's vitamin.
I took you twice and you should die. This gun sucks. It's a freak.
So as a doctor, I just wanted to point out that by the time dark circles form under a child's eye for any kind of deficiency, there's already a lot of shit going on inside the body. There can be long-term repackaging of neurotransmitters. There can be long-term cardiology problems. So, and a lot of times the first thing a doctor is going to look at when they see a child who is pale, sallow, with circles under his eyes is leukemia. So you could have possibly been trying to treat leukemia with an iron pill. That's all I got.
Mine's real quick,
Children's
Petty, and then I'm gonna
children's
drop down.
vitamin.
Mine's
I
real
have one
quick,
more thing too, Petty.
and then I'm gonna drop down so everybody else can have box. I don't even know this lady, but it definitely sounds like she's lying because you said that you had her out of state, but yet she was in school. And I'm just addressing comments that were down in the comment section.
What do you mean out of state and in school?
You said
it was on
you-
Sunday.
You said one comment she was in school,
Yeah,
but you had her out of state. How could she be
on a Sunday?
out of state?
On a Sunday. There is no school on Sunday.
So how was she in school?
There is no school on Sunday.
But you said she was in school.
You did say
Yeah, Monday.
School woman.
Yeah, they come to the school Monday. I took her to my dad's Sunday.
I don't know. You lucky it wasn't my kid though. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna drop down, Petty.
Bye.
When you drop me, thank you for having me. I have to say all I need.
My second point, though, too, is you said you didn't know anything about this man until he came to your house. So one of my ex-boyfriends, his baby mama had a really bad problem.
Oh, Lord.
I'm speaking, and I feel like everybody else has been respectful. Can you give me a moment?
I'm spraying alcohol on a cat scratch.
Okay, well, I had an ex-boyfriend who had a baby mama who was in a really bad place and couldn't take care of her child. I did not start advocating for him to have custody of him until I was for sure that I knew he could take care of him. I knew that that child needed the best advocate they were, and I spoke up every single time. I was there for his kid when neither parent was there. And so for you to say, I don't know, it seems kind of bonkers that you would advocate for a man you didn't even know. And even coming to your house day one, you still don't know who he is, because it takes time to get to know people. So I can't wrap my head around you advocating for a man you know nothing, you seem to not know much about, instead of more advocating for this child.
Okay. I'm just going to make this one statement because I know if I get up here and stay up here, I'm going to lose my count. And when it comes to this, I have my child, okay?
I did not come in here to be bashed by y'all.
You're going to let me talk. You're not getting bashed. I mean, you can consider it that if you want to play victim, that's on you. As a mother figure, keep on, I'm going to mute you again. As a mother figure, I have a 4-year-old myself. Any other child that I even see around me, I don't care if I know the parents or not. If I see something's wrong with those people, with that baby, you best believe I'm calling and getting help immediately. I don't know why you hesitated, why you waited around. None of this is making sense to me. Because as a woman, if I see a baby with her eyes black around, like she has black around her eyes, her daddy ain't doing nothing, ain't taking care of her, ain't getting off the game with his grown ass, ain't feeding her nothing but chips and this and this and this and this, I would be calling CPS, and I'm not even like that. You don't play with babies. They're innocent. They don't deserve anything that happens like this. You understand me? You should have called the second you heard anything suspicious. You should be like, oh,
I did.
Wait.
I did.
Girl.
I did.
So you got custody and she got taken away from you?
No. He had custody. When he started yelling and screaming at her, I called DCS. I said, this is not working out. He is screaming
And
at
they
this
decided to
baby.
give her to you.
No, they said they were going to give me guardianship if it didn't work out with him.
I don't know why they'd give it to you. I mean, you sit there and watched them do it, so.
No, I didn't. I
mean,
stood up
that's
for
what it
that
sounded like
baby.
it's doing.
I stood up for that baby. I got in his face.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Also, taking a child out of state is, I mean, I wouldn't take no child over state lines, period. That's kidnapping charge right there. You need to drink some water, baby. I don't want to hear. We're having a conversation. You can drink some water. I got some water right here.
I just have one question. You said he was your best friend's son, correct?
Yes. Ex-best friend's son now.
Okay. How did you meet this best friend?
I was working with her.
And you didn't know her children?
Her
That's
children
why I
were
was up here too, Christy Joe. I was going to
Her
ask.
children are in Minnesota.
Okay. I was just confused because my best friend, I mean, I know her children, I know her grandchildren, and it didn't make sense to me. So that was my question.
I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off of Christy.
So I got
That's why I came up
something
here.
just came in, Cindy. So somebody said that a mother and a grandmother, that boy came into your custody because a mother and grandmother were pushing something into the child's system.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, why the grandma wasn't taking care of this.
The grandmother, I did not know this, but the grandmother was on, I can't say the word on here.
Don't say it. Don't say it. It's off-site Tylenol.
Petty,
No,
was it
it's mathematics.
Minnesota or
Mathematics.
Michigan? Minnesota or
Mathematics.
Michigan? Can you ask her that, please?
Minnesota.
Okay, so you said Michigan also. So which?
I got a friend in Michigan.
So your friend was on mathematics?
No, my best friend at the time was on mathematics. I did not know that. And it turns out that they were apparently putting the stuff on the little girl's toothbrush while she was over there.
Whoa. Wow.
And that's why she was removed from him. He also tested positive.
So
I want to point out she said he was in Michigan. I'm
before
sorry. I
they
didn't mean to
moved
interrupt
into your house?
Huh?
Was that was before they moved into your house?
Before.
And did this continue while they were in your house?
No. Oh, hell no. There is no type of illegal in my house.
That you
You didn't know what's happening to begin with.
I know there's not. Kendra,
can I just say something really quick? Can I just say something really quick? You failed that child, and kids always come first. This is fucking disgusting. Goodbye, Petty.
Yeah, Petty, make sure that you realize that she definitely said that dude was in Michigan, not Minnesota.
So the reason why your friend's son could not move in with her was because they were on mathematics.
No, he was living with them.
So then how did he come to live with you?
Because he got kicked out over there after the child was
So did
removed.
your friend didn't say why she kicked her own son out?
You knew, lady. You knew. You had to.
Knew what? I knew what?
You let a man in your home, you just said you knew tested positive for math, and you let him in your home with a child?
The child had already been removed, okay? Let me tell you this. He called me with a sad sob story. That his...
Okay, hold on. I think when I was doing laundry or something, I lost some tracks here. So you're friends with his mom. His mom.
Not anymore.
Okay, y'all were friends because that's how you came about knowing, or he moved in. Yes. And his mom, hold on, his mom kicked him out. The child was taken. How did him and the child then end up at your house together if the child was removed from him for mathematics?
The child had stayed in foster care for over 6 months.
But I don't believe after 6 months they will return the child to the man who...
They did.
They usually don't, Broken. They usually don't. My
did.
ex-mother-in-law is going through a case the same way. So no.
Cynthia, may I ask how old the kid was?
6.
This poor child, I hope she's in a foster home.
She is. She's in a good one.
She's better off in a foster home than what
in the most respectful way. I hope that she's far the hell away from you too, Cynthia. I'm so sorry, but you had a hand in this.
No,
and
I
if
didn't.
you don't want to see that, then I'm sorry for you. But
I called CPS as soon.
You were in charge of feeding her a few days.
How many times did you hear him
And I
yell at
feed
before
her.
you called? How many times did you hear him yell?
WebMD how much a child doesn't get before they become malnourished? Not just that. If you thought for 2 seconds that she might have been malnourished, then why didn't you go get her some Ensures or something like that? And you went
I
and
got
got her
her
iron
vitamins.
tablets.
There is a whole case of Ensure protein shakes down there. She had children's vitamins that she was taking.
Well, then that means that baby was worse off than what you thought. If you were giving her damn vitamins, Ensures, and iron pills, and that child was still noted as malnourished, then you are part of the problem.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You looked at that
No,
child
I'm not.
every day. You've seen that child every day.
That
whether
child,
you were in charge of watching her or
those
not.
circles only started the last couple of days she was here.
Stop.
Ma'am, you just said that you knew that they were
Stop.
putting MAP on her toothbrush. And
No, I did not until after she was taken.
Okay,
The
and
first
you're
time or
wondering
the
why she's
second
got
time?
circles under her eyes. She could have the shit in her system, and you could take her to the ER.
She was taken before she come here.
Okay, regardless, you knew of the past, and that still could have affected her little 5-6-year-old fucking body.
They
The
had
fact that you
already
took
tested
out
her.
of state. It doesn't matter if they already tested her. You made the choice and got permission to take her out of state and not take her to get medical health care that she needed. You do know that you can give a child too much vitamins. You can overdose a child on too much vitamins. How do you know what the milligram and percentage of iron you should have given her?
Real quick.
This is unbelievable. I'm dropping.
Okay, real quick.
Cynthia,
Hold it down.
yeah.
Hold on. Just a second, please. How many times did it take for you to hear that child getting mistreated and screamed at before you called CPS? I'm leaving. You're a piece of trash.
Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia.
Well, if people will quit muting me, I can answer these questions.
Miss Cynthia.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, ma'am? I'm 56.
I'm 53.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, I have one.
Do you have grandchildren?
I have 6.
Why the hell ain't you feeding that baby?
I did feed that baby.
Okay, honey.
I
got a
cook supper
question for
every
you.
night.
Okay.
I cook supper every night.
You ran your mouth up here, and I've sat here, and I've listened to it, and I've listened to it. Now show me a little respect, because I'll show you a little bit. By the grace of God, because that's all I've got right now. But I have a 14-year-old that has a failure to thrive that's got a Mickey feeding tube. I have fed her every 3 hours since that child was born. When a child has got dark eyes around their eyes, it's not just because they have an iron deficiency, and it's called anemia, and it needs to be diagnosed by a doctor to get the correct level of iron. Second, I had a grandson who passed away from brain cancer after almost a 3-year battle. He got malnutrition because of the cancer. There is an underlying reason why a child becomes malnutritioned. As a mother, as a grandmother that put you on a higher step pedestal, you old crazy bitch, you should have watched out for that child.
I did.
You did not.
Yes,
You're
I did.
lying. You are lying.
Miss Deanna.
You are
now you
lying.
Can respect. Now you can respect me and listen to me.
More lies? Go ahead. We'll break them down for you, honey.
No, you won't, because
Yeah,
I'm not
we will.
lying.
Yeah, you are.
I cook for that kid every night.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Be respectful. I
Go
cook for
on.
that kid every night. I give her snacks in
Mhm.
between. She was diagnosed with ADHD.
So is my daughter in ODD and IED.
Oh my God. Now listen. I
Go
was
ahead.
respectful. Listen to y'all. Now you're going to listen to me. Huh. I got it too, Deanna.
Okay, I'm going to speak as a grandmother now.
If
you felt the need to, hold on. If you felt the need to call CPS,
I did.
Why didn't you take your grandchild and take care of it? Exactly. Grandparents have that right. We have the right to protect our grandchildren, and don't think I haven't.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, you as a grandmother could have taken that child out of that home.
What grandchild? My grandchildren.
What grandchild? I have 7.
Listen, lady, the little girl we're talking about
I'm
is no
listening.
blood.
And I'm
no
a
blood
pissed off
related.
grandmother right now.
Good for you.
You should be in jail.
Listen, the
I've
girl
been
that we are
listening.
referring. Shut up, then, please. Let me finish. The girl that we are referring to is not blood related to me. She
Okay,
is
and
not
you didn't
one of
see
my
your
grandchildren.
grandchild?
Huh?
That was not your grandchild.
No, ma'am.
That you were speaking of.
No,
not your
ma'am.
biological grandchild.
No,
okay.
ma'am.
That's where I was getting mad as a grandmother, because we have that right.
I know this. I had no right to take her to any facility unless it was an absolute emergency.
Okay.
If it was
if
a not,
you
if
noticed
it,
that
she-
child
if she-
was losing weight.
She was
you
not.
had
She
the
was
right
gaining.
She was gaining.
She was
weight
gaining.
and malnourished?
Yes. When you lack a certain vitamin in your system.
Oh, talk to me about vitamins. I got all kinds of digestive issues.
Oh, I do too. But don't worry about that.
Her being your granddaughter or not, you still should have took care of her. The right
I
way.
did. I fed her every day.
How did you take care of her?
I fed her every day.
You fed her 1 meal a day, and you're a
No.
friend. You're just a friend of the friend of the grandmother at this point, right?
Yes, but she was at school, and I cooked for this kid every afternoon.
Respectfully, real quick, we have other people who'd like to get in. So if you've been sitting in a
Yes.
box for like 5 or 10 minutes, can you please drop
I'm
for a
trying
few
to
minutes?
drop.
Okay.
And then,
respectful.
and then secondly, just to
drop.
clarify for those that came in halfway through, this child that she's referencing, she did say she did not have any relation. However, the child was living under her
Yes,
roof.
that is.
She claims that when she called CPS on the father,
Okay, stop.
No, you
Wait.
stop.
No,
I
she's
just
saying
said
the
I
child,
need
the
stop.
CPS.
I've been sitting
Ashley's
in a
not
box.
She's saying the child
Let
was
me
in
finish.
CPS care
Let
before
me
her.
finish. Let me finish. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, Cynthia. You stated that that child was under your roof, and you just said, no, you just said you fed her every night. So now it's not, I just fed her when he went to work. It was, I fed her dinner every night. So for you to say that this child was malnutrition means that you failed as an adult living under the same roof as her and was not feeding her correctly. So you need to calm yourself. You decided to get on this platform today, and you decided to tell the story how you told it.
Randomly.
I just want to say we're talking to someone who sits on lives for hours and talks about her own family and their children. Whether it's truth or lies, she does it.
Cynthia, can I ask you a question, please? Cynthia?
Petty, respectfully, I don't know, didn't know none of this stuff, so I'm going to drop. So just let me know when you need
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did this little girl have the dark eyes? That's my number one question.
Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Okay, 2 or 3 days. Now, I suffer from malnutrition, okay? I have a disease that's called gastroparesis, and it causes malnutrition. It does not take 1 or 2 days, and I'm telling you, I'm trying to be respectful, but this is like really pissing me off when it comes to a child and me as a retired nurse, because that should have been caught. As soon as you saw that, you had this man in your home. You said your home, correct?
Yes.
Your home.
Yes.
But yet you said you could not feed this child because he would say no.
I cooked for her every night.
I understand
Whether
that.
it was spaghetti, whether it was pizza she wanted.
Okay.
I cooked what she
the
wanted.
blackness under her eyes got worse when she lived there. This makes no sense.
But what I'm
But it got worse.
What I'm trying to tell you is you said you're cooking and cooking and cooking, but you would not feed her because the father would say no. Am I right?
And you said the
I would put
blackness
the
got
food-
worse. It doesn't make any sense. If she was eating,
I put
We
the
just
plate
wanna
in front
figure
of her. I put the plate in front of her.
Cynthia.
She eat what she wanted.
Cynthia, you just said she wouldn't eat because he would not let her eat because he would say it's not your child. You said that.
Pretty much. Yes.
Times.
When I got- when
are
I-
you saying
Oh.
that you would put it in front of her?
Can I speak, please?
Can you not realize that when somebody's malnutrition like I am, you are weak and cannot even feed yourself? Do you understand that?
She went to the refrigerator anytime she was hungry.
Ma'am.
She went and get popsicles whenever she wanted one.
A popsicle.
Nothing.
Great.
Nothing.
Okay.
Hey, her dad bought her the popsicles. I didn't.
Oh, the dad bought her popsicles. That's
Cynthia.
great. But
Heard
do
that
you know
question.
that with malnutrition, you have to check lab values, lab work. It affects your potassium, your liver function, your kidneys, sodium.
She had only been in this house
everything.
for a few weeks.
You're misunderstanding what I'm.
Cynthia.
I'm gonna try to calm down. You're just misunderstanding what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot just assume somebody is anemic because they have black under their eyes, because they are different factors of reasons why they have that. And the only way that you will know what the factor is and what needs to be taken care of is labs. Take it to the doctor.
Mama, I know it's
lab
supposed to
work, get it done. And I'm sorry, but I blame you as well. I'm sorry. You're in the same household, and I blame you as well.
I just want to come up here and
They
say
was
that
food-
Pastor is
they was
trying to
food
say
cook-
something and nobody is wanting to let him
Can we let
speak.
Heather?
We let Pastor say,
Can we please
Queen.
let Heather? Can we please let Heather?
I've been waiting patiently, Cynthia, and I just have a couple questions and was hoping that you would be willing to answer those for me.
Sure.
I realize this isn't your grandchild. It was your friend's son and his child. Where's the child's mother?
Up in Minnesota, and is a drug addict.
Okay, and what state are you in, if you don't mind asking? Not area, just what state?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, okay. So they came to Tennessee to stay with you. And how long was this child with you?
About three and a half weeks.
And they already had an open CPS case because you said that
The grandmother and the step grandfather and the father was over there in their house doing mathematics.
Okay.
Which I did not know about.
Well, I agree with what everyone else is saying. I think there's more to this story, and I think there's things that you could have done. However,
As soon as he started yelling, I called CPS. I said, "This is not working out."
But you
He's
called
not
about
wanting to
the
fix.
yelling, but not the eating. You called about the yelling, but the lack of eating you did not call for. Make
Yes,
that make sense.
it was.
Yeah.
It
Make
was
that
the
make
whole
sense.
thing.
Oh gosh.
So I
Patty,
have a quick
Patty, let me down, please. Let me down. Thank you. Thank you.
I just have one
Katie.
quick question. If you need permission to take the child out of state to do this lovely little visit, why wouldn't you take the time to get permission to take it to a lovely little doctor's appointment?
Because I would have to got permission from the DCS to take her to the doctor.
But
I did not
shouldn't that have
know.
been-
Hold
shouldn't that have
up.
been precedence
Hold up.
over
Let me
the
finish.
family?
Let me finish. I did not know at the time that I had to have DCS's permission to take her anywhere, like out of state. But I knew that I had to get DCS's permission to take her to the doctor, because you've got to fill out this form before you take them to the doctor.
Okay, but that
Get it
should tell you,
approved.
number one, you saw that the child was not eating properly. You saw the father not treating the child properly. Instead of planning a visit and enjoying yourself, you should have taken that child to the doctor way before any of these lavish trips.
Lavish trips, 20 minutes.
I don't care if it was 5 minutes. That child needed a doctor, not a visit. 20 minutes. Doctor.
And like I said, I would have had to have permission to take her to the doctor.
So then ask for permission.
Well,
You already asked
that
for
was on a
permission.
Sunday that I took her.
But you
we were
asked
planning
for
on
permission
taking her
go
to the
visit
doctor
with
on a
this person.
Monday.
So you took the time to ask for permission to go visit this other person, but you couldn't
No.
take the time to take her to the doctor?
I did not say you didn't listen. You're
I've
jumping
been
in.
listening, my friend.
No, you
I've been
haven't.
listening.
I said that I did not get permission from DCS. I got permission from the father.
Twisting everything around.
I know they're fucking twisting it around. But anyway,
I'd like to say something. As somebody that deals with foster care and takes in foster children, you do not have to have DCS permission to take them to doctors. They tell you treat the child as if it is your own. For what you allowed to happen is disgusting, lady, and you need to serve time.
Hold up.
I'm sorry, I just
did
wanna
not
say
have.
one
I did
thing.
not have custody of her. I'm not a
If the
foster
CPS
parent.
was already involved, why didn't CPS already notice this on the child? Instead of we're putting off on this lady about her being at her fault, yes, it's her fault.
There
But if
you go.
CPS is already involved, why hasn't CPS noticed that this child is malnourished, has black under her eyes? CPS is very involved. When children get taken from the family, they come and do weekly visits, let alone even more visits on top of that. So I'm trying to figure
think for a lot of children that might be enough, but for this particular child and this particular set of circumstances,
So
that wasn't.
You know what care, custody, care and sole custody means?
Yes.
Okay, that's what he had.
Okay, what does that have anything to do with any of what we're talking about? You said that you
He
went
had to prove to DCS. He was having to prove to DCS.
He's the one that's being evaluated.
He was
Okay,
the
I
one
have a
being
quick question.
evaluated, not me.
I have a quick question. He lived with you before he got the child back. So can we say that maybe he got the child back because he was living with you, which would have meant that CPS thought
Yes.
you would be good enough to watch over all of this? So if that is the case,
I'm
and
the
you had
only
to ask-
reason he got the child back.
Okay, and
I'm
if that's
just
the
gonna say
case,
real quick, if that child didn't make it, you would have been charged.
We was housing.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
Can I ask a question?
Not make it.
quick?
hold, 1 second, 1 second. So what you're saying is that you had to ask for DCP or Child Protective Services to go out of state, which means that they were also in with it. He got his kid back because he was living with you. You should have been able to take that child to see medical.
No. Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so
I was not allowed to.
question.
I would have had to have the father's permission.
I have a question. If this child was out as malnourished as it's being proclaimed,
No, she
and
was
I
not
don't know
that
the
malnourished.
situation. I don't know the judge. I don't know the situation, so I'm just kind of coming
She
in.
wasn't that malnourished. No.
No, she wasn't that malnourished.
So my thing is if that was a part of the problem, and CPS was aware of this, what
They
were
saw
they
her
doing
twice a
to
week at
help
school.
with this? And was there any kind of a protection / safety plan put in place, considering that there was an open case with her situation prior to her being placed in your home?
They come to her school twice a week to evaluate her.
Okay, but they didn't come home. I understand that.
They come to my house. They also come to my house.
But
they've
so
done
how
home
long-
studies, everything.
How long was she in your home, like down to the day before you realized that something was not right.
About 3.5 weeks.
So in a 3.5 week period of time, that is when you first seen that something wasn't right. He wasn't being a parent. Like
that's when he started yelling at her at 3.5 weeks.
So when did he start depriving her of food?
He was not depriving her of food. The only thing he wanted to feed her was chips and cookies.
Okay, and another thing,
I was the one, and I was the one that was cooking the. Let me finish, please. I was the one that was cooking her meals. I would put the plate in front of her. She would eat a little bit, and then go into the room with her dad.
So how did this get brought to the internet originally?
Because I come on here to talk. Hold up.
It's the people in the comments.
Exactly.
Speaking of malnourished, Ashley you're in the chat. So is Lama.
I see her too. I see her too.
So you guys do realize that the dark eyes doesn't always mean malnutrition. It most definitely can mean
lack of sleep,
sexual abuse, emotional abuse, neglect. Like there's many things to those dark eyes.
Well, trust me, she was never abused in this house. She was never done any of that.
Okay. I'm a mom and I have been malnourished myself because I have a number of conditions. It's really jarring to hear that a child is malnourished because it takes a lot for a child to become malnourished.
She was,
ma'am, please do not.
She was gaining weight.
Ma'am, please don't interrupt me. My concern is she came into your home malnourished, and instead of taking an initiative, since you clearly were part of the reason he got custody back, I'm just confused why you didn't. I'm lost, and honestly, it just seems off to me as somebody who's malnourished. I have a feeding tube, so I understand that, and I have ARFID, so I understand picky eating, but I also understand that you have said a number of times that he was depriving her of food, and now you're denying that he was depriving her of food. It doesn't track. And I don't think we're going to get anywhere because you keep changing your story.
Chips and cookies, that's still food.
I just want to quickly say that when it comes to calling out CPS, I agree. I think more noise absolutely needs to happen as far as CPS failing children.
As somebody that's been in this very same situation, ma'am, of the whole chips and cookies, and she was gaining weight. As a father.
Can I just make a statement, please? I never get up here, Patty, and I've been around for a long time.
Can I just finish for a quick moment, please?
Okay.
CPS fails kids every day, unfortunately. It happens, we see it, and it's a lot of kids every day. So we have to rely on other adults around these children who are an open case to do the right thing, to be a voice for that child, to make sure, this isn't my responsibility, but she's losing weight. She doesn't.
No, she was gaining weight.
I cannot with you. But, okay, everyone, it's humanity that we're lacking. Yes, CPS needs to work on their stuff, but humanity needs to work on their stuff. Case in point, right next to me, zero humanity, can't even do basic needs.
Oh, her basic needs were met. For the very simple fact is I fed her, I bathed her, I clothed her, I got her up, put her on the school bus. She went to school. But the thing is, I cannot force a 30-something-year-old man to take responsibility for his own child.
Well, can I please say something? I am a retired CPS investigator and caseworker. And
yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you this from that standpoint, okay? This person lived in your home. CPS entrusted you as a supervising adult for that.
No, she was not. She was not left under my supervision.
No, you you are going to listen to me talk now, because you are misguided, you are wrong, you are messy, and you have made a mistake, and you're wanting to take responsibility for feeding her and seeing that she went to school and everything, but you don't want to take responsibility for the things that went wrong under your care. If something would have happened to that child while in your home, even though her father was there, you would be in prison, ma'am. You would be in prison along with him. So you need to understand this, and you need to stop being so messy, and you need to stop bringing this child's private information to the interwebs.
Well, for one, I didn't bring it. It was brought up. I didn't bring it. No, I didn't.
You've been up
Somebody
here for
asked me
an
a question.
hour.
Somebody brought it up.
You have been up here for an hour. You are wrong. And you,
What? How about this, Miss Salty? This is not the reason I come to Pastor Petty. But people get up in the box, started bashing me over something that I had no control over.
and you can't defend it. So why are you still here?
Because I'm still waiting for the bitch llama mama to get up here.
Ashley, you posted your kids when you were getting arrested.
Who are you to be demanding
Why can't
anything?
you say I'm not answering that question? Just because somebody asked a question doesn't mean you have to answer it.
Hello.
I have not blasted anybody's names.
Brittany's been waiting for a minute.
So I don't get up in boxes, and I'm sure if you know who I am and if you've been on my profile, you know exactly why I do not. I am speaking from someone who has experience just like that child, and I don't want to say that you particularly, but CPS, yes, they failed that child, but you as an adult who was in that home with that child could have done a lot more for that child. I was in that child's position. I was put in foster care. And I hate to tell you, but if you were the one to be the person that helped that guy get his kid back, you are the problem. 100%. As someone who was put in the same situation as that child, you are the problem. I'm going to drop, and I hope to the Lord of heavens above that you take everything people are telling you and you reflect, because what you did to that child or for that child
I didn't do nothing.
was wrong. I am
didn't do
31
nothing
years old, and
to
I'm
her.
coming to you as a grown adult, and you can't even do that with these people and hear them out. You failed
I am
that
hearing them
child.
out. I am hearing them out. But they are twisting everything that I say.
Can I say something just really quick and then I gotta go? As a foster parent and a person that has worked in the emergency room for over 20 years, you, ma'am, were a safety plan, and that's why they put you there. You, ma'am, by law have to report stuff.
Yep.
You, ma'am,
and I did
very easily taken this child to an emergency room and said something is wrong, and they would contact the CPS worker. Not taking the child is no excuse. I'm sorry. And the whole Chipson thing, I was just put in this very same position, ma'am. And let me tell you what, you scream from the damn rooftops. You don't just sit back and say, because somebody on the internet asked you could say, I pass. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Shame on you.
So I
Now,
just want to really
Miss
quick.
Sam, hold up. Let me finish. Let me say something on what she just said. I confronted him about the chips and the cookies and the chips. And he said, it's not your concern. It's my child. I'll feed her whatever the fuck I want to. Sorry, Petty.
Okay.
But I did cook for this child every night. Put the plate in front of her.
Okay, so I just wanted to say something really quick. I have been in a situation where I was a safety guardian. So it was for my ex-boyfriend. It was for his daughter, and CPS moved her into my house. I had to sign paperwork to allow myself to be a safety guardian, and I read on there As long as she is living under my roof, I am responsible for her. I signed that paperwork. So they had to have given you paperwork to sign in order for her to live under your roof. If that was the case. So yes, you were responsible for that child, whether you like to believe it or not. So that's all I came up here to say.
I just wanted to help the comment cousins out. At the end of the day, there's a lot of comment cousins that are all on the same page about how they feel about you, Cynthia. I don't think, 20, 30 more people coming up here to say the same thing that we're all on the same page for is helpful at this point. People either want to know about the llama situation at this point, or we need to move on to the next subject because we're not getting anywhere anymore.
Well, that was the whole reason I come on here, not to discuss a child that was removed.
You did though. So like, does that story have anything to do with llama? Yes or no?
She plastered out that she called CPS and all this other shit too. So,
well, either if we can move on and talk about llama and not the child.
I'm waiting, Queen. I'm waiting, Queen. I'm waiting.
Pastor Petty, if we could get people to do. Wait, hold on. Everyone can have their last say, but then can we drop everybody and let Petty finish the interview? Real quick.
Absolutely. Miss Cynthia, I just hope you're choosing friends wiser, because ain't no way I'd ever be friends with someone that was putting dope on their grandbaby's toothbrush. Like, honestly,
that's why she's
crazy.
an ex-friend.
That's crazy.
That's why
work.
she's an
And you know
ex-friend.
when someone's on one like that, like when someone's on substances, like, hope you choose your friends wiser now, because ain't no fucking way that bitch would be catching my fade every day. Kids are off limits to that stuff, and that is not a friend. And I'm sure you're just trying to be nice, being helpful and stuff, but that's crazy to be friends with someone like that. You can drop me, Petty.
I was going to say I wasn't active in Cynthia's live when all this child stuff was going on because I was still watching Llama and her crew. But I'm just waiting for Llama and Ashley Starr, because they're active in the comments, to go ahead and get a box, because Ashley ain't been brave enough yet to get in a box. And that's what I'm here for, because Llama has been bullying a lot of people, making a lot of fake pages. We have a friend named Pooh. She's an older lady, doesn't know much about the internet, and we have a lot of people making fake pages about her. So that's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not trying to overstep you, Alyssa, and I'm so sorry, but I tried to get in the box like 4 times. So it's really rude of me to address like panel decorum, but there is a panel decorum when you come in the box, so I apologize about that. But to wrap this up, there's just 3 questions for Cynthia that I have to ask, because I just have to ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Cynthia, do you realize that you're triggering a lot of people in this chat and all my comment cousins? Do you realize how many people here you're triggering with this story?
Well, the thing is, they shouldn't have brought it up.
Okay, they shouldn't have brought it up. So should you have continued it?
Miss Jen, I have made a statement. If there's a question asked, I will speak the God's honest truth on the questions.
Okay,
I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to lie.
You're not here to lie. So you're not here to rage bait at all. This is not a skit.
I'm here to get someone. No, I'm here to get someone to quit talking and making fake pages.
Okay,
defamation
so the
of
story
character,
with the child
all this.
is 100% true. So you drove from Alabama to Mississippi in one day for a one-day trip and drove back and had the kid in school the very next day.
Okay.
But you live in Tennessee because I'm in Tennessee.
Right.
But you drove from Alabama to Mississippi.
No. There is no Alabama.
So you drove from Tennessee to Mississippi to Tennessee and then had the small child in school the very next day.
Yeah, a 20-minute drive.
And all this in a 3.5-week period.
Huh?
I said everything.
Wait. I actually don't care.
In a 3.5-week period.
What is it? Okay.
Wait,
I
can you just
went
get
to visit
paid to
my
house the
Let me
child?
finish. I went to visit my dad Sunday for about 20 minutes, drive down there. I stayed about 20 minutes, drove 20 minutes back on a Sunday.
I don't know.
20 minutes.
The math in your story ain't mathing, and you're triggering a lot of my comment cousins.
That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, I don't live but 20 minutes away from my father.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad you visited your dad, but yeah, you are just triggering a lot of people in the comments, and like a lot of your things aren't adding up. And I remember you being in Petty's box several months ago, and there was some kind of other story with Llama back then, and there was some kind of story that got brought up about Ashley back then. So I really think that you're trouble. And I really don't think that
you know what? I really don't care what you think.
I just don't think you're a credible individual. So, comment cousins, guard your hearts. Guard your hearts. Because I don't think she's credible.
Hey, how are you? Okay, so wait, really quick. Did you just say you were friends with somebody that allowed that an adult put rugs onto somebody's toothbrush? Is that literally what I just heard?
She was my friend before I found that out.
Vote this chick off the island. This is ridiculous. She is no longer my friend. Exile. This is like even worse than the live from this morning. I'm shaking right now. If you did not report that to the police,
we did.
You guys, come on,
honey.
Like, at what point
listen. I have video proof of where she was doing it. We turned it over to the DA. We turned it over to the sheriff's department. They have not done one fucking thing about them.
It's a dumpster fire at this point. Like, this is not making any of us better, more productive.
I understand that.
It's Christmas in 24 hours.
Ma'am, Miss Megan?
Yes.
We turned video proof over to the DA, the sheriff's department, of what was going on in that house.
Okay, I'm super late. Apparently everybody already knew that. I'll pop down, but that is just unsettling to say.
Can we please?
And that they have not done a thing to those people.
Okay, can we please, Petty, stop with the boxes, please. 5 minutes. Let those that have been sitting in this box get what they need out so we can drop them and finish the llama thing, or there was no... What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Okay.
Go ahead. Peppy, you first. How about that? Go ahead, Peppy.
Thank you, Queen. I have a bad connection. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Cynthia, I just have a question for you as far as, do you have any biological children of your own?
Yes, one.
Okay. How old, can I ask how old the child is?
She's 30-something years old.
And did you raise her from birth until she was of age?
I raised her up until she was 5 years old, and I went in the military.
And what became of her then?
My grandmother took her.
Until when?
Until she was 14.
Did you get her back then?
No, by then my grandmother had her.
No, that's okay. No, Cynthia, that's fine. That's fine. Daddy, I'm done.
Fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Peppy. Okay, here for it. How about you? Are you there? No. Okay. Teresa.
I'm here. I'm here for the
llama.
The llama stuff.
Okay. So now we're back to llama. Is that where we're at, Petty?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, dear Lord Jesus. I'm gonna hop down.
Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen.
Ain't she the best? She sure do know how to get us back on track. I wonder if Llama and I wonder if Llama and Ashley are available.
They seem to have disappeared real quick as soon as they were getting called to the box.
So how do y'all know that it's Llama making the pages?
She admitted it.
She did?
Yeah.
And is that also the Reddit as well?
Yep.
And then what is the true nature? She still supports your niece?
Yes.
So she's
gifting her, buying her products and everything.
Oh, really? Got her in here. They came in here together.
Yep.
Oh, they've been cuckoo and caca in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they're still a team.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And personally, Pastor Petty, I just want to say this is my first time in the box. But I have followed you for 4 years back in the old day church. I've seen a lot of things, but this is about the most ridiculous thing I have been a part of with Llama. And I don't know what her problem is. I'm 60 years old, and I have met some wonderful people on this app. But I have met some... all I want is I want her to stop making pages on me. I'm trying to be classy. But she just continues to put up lie after lie after lie. Now, I would like her to come up here and prove, okay, there's Chevy girl. I told you that's who it was. I knew exactly when I seen the second page. You damn right, Chevy.
What's Chevy do?
Chevy, I don't like you and never have liked you. You ain't been nothing but trouble in this app for 4 years. You up in everybody's boxes, their businesses. And I did not call your sister. I had nothing to do with your sister. None of that. Did I hear that somebody called your sister? You're damn right I did. But I was no part of that. Maybe you need to check with Slot.
Are you sure this is turned?
Thank you for being
So, Debbie girl has been trying to be my friend since I met Cindy. She come into Cindy's live. I told her, I said, she's trouble. You don't want no parts of her. I blocked her.
I know some of the
Pastor,
seasoned women.
I'm not that old to be a gold girl. Don't do that.
Well, I am, but
Who's that? Saturday? Who's Saturday? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I don't think Ashley and Llama would. I really don't think they have the heart to show up. I think they're kind of scared.
They better be scared.
I think the spotlight is on them right now. For Llama, it just poses a bunch of questions for me about what's going on.
She don't know what's going on?
No, I mean, like, I want to know about the support of the enabling.
Well, Ashley was just in her live the other night, and I think probably somebody has a screenshot of that where Ashley was gifting her and her girls.
Yep.
So, I mean, if I don't call it, that's support to me.
Yeah, this is confusing to me. Betty White right there.
Betty White's been around for a while.
I just want to know what are we putting out on Llama?
I have not put a single page, Reddit, nothing on Llama, on any of those girls. I left Cindy several days after the fact, and I was with Llama, Dawn, Aaron, and Joy. I was with them for a bit. It seemed like I didn't fit in with them because they were younger, and the way I was raised up, I'm just a straight shooter. I tell it like it is. And there were a few things that I said that they took offense to and called me racist.
Are you the one who posted something about, let me go look.
That was
I
me.
didn't post
That was
anything.
me. That was me.
I didn't post anything, but Erin posted what I said to her when she was talking about buying a new car. She said she was going to buy her a
Can we
boot car.
pause just real quick? Llama's in the chat. I don't know if she's willing to get into the box, but she said that she does not want to be over talked She wants a chance to speak, is what I'm gathering.
Well,
Would there be a way that we could mediate
Showtime.
it,
We
like
can
through the Showtime? Okay.
Yeah, Showtime.
All right, I'm gonna hop down. That's all I'll come up here for.
Showtime.
Continue.
Lama, I'll put it on Showtime.
Hold on, Patty. I just got one thing to say. I heard my name, so now I'm here. And I will say exactly what was said. So, what was said to me is, you are too old to be driving a lifted truck and blasting your speakers. I don't know why you people do things like that. Who the fuck is you people?
You people in your age, that don't have a
Who
damn
is
thing.
you people?
That does not have a thing to do with race.
Oh, so when you was in the ex-landlord's live, which I'm not going to name, you did not say anything about, oh, well, I guess I have monkeys in my house.
Have what?
I probably
Monkeys.
did, and what's that got to do with race? My cousin has three
What
monkeys
are you
in her
talking
house.
about?
My cousin has 3 monkeys in her house.
After what I just said, and then replied with the monkey comment, how the fuck are you not putting 2 and 2 together?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Monkeys are monkeys.
Patty?
I don't have a racist bone in my body.
Well, then you shouldn't be saying shit like that. And then when you was in another live, that same live where you mentioned the fucking monkey comment, you said, when I said those things to Erin and I saw her face, quote unquote, I realized that I needed to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because I knew
you can't say shit to people without taking taking account of how they fucking are going to take it.
Okay, Patty.
I'm about to put it on Showtime.
I apologize.
I was not expecting that.
To her.
I wasn't expecting it
Apparently, she
either.
accepted that apology because she in turn bought me a birthday gift after the fact. And now
Your
we're bringing
birthday
all
was in
this shit up
August.
again.
This
I haven't
happened
done
after
anything with
August.
women. Nothing.
Pooh, you need to
Hold on,
Google
wait a minute.
microaggressions.
We about to go Showtime.
I'm sorry, Kendra. I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, you're
but
fine.
I will say this.
Microaggressions.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna say this.
I can't hear what
She
you're saying.
said that I accepted her apology. I didn't accept shit. When she made that comment and I sent that birthday gift, mind you, she has the same birthday as my 23-year-old son, August 11th. That's when I sent her a birthday gift. My birthday is in October, which is when my husband was going to get me a new vehicle.
And?
So it wasn't months later.
So
it's months later.
I'm sorry, Smashley.
Aaron, it's months later.
with the screaming.
We are in December.
Can we not scream?
This was back in the
I'm
spring.
sorry, Queen.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
sorry,
okay.
Queen. I'm sorry, Petty. But
now
the
Petty-
reason why
Petty,
I'm screaming. Go ahead.
Stop letting folks in the box. We need to let Llama and Showtime start. So people who are involved with the Llama thing, please do the Showtime. Aaron, I'm sorry you're hurt.
Okay.
Oh, I get first?
Yep.
Okay, so I just want to start off with Llama. You have stated that I have been texting you with fake numbers. No, ma'am, that's not me. Come with some receipts. You have made multiple pages with my photos in them and keep calling me a catfish and talking about my filters when you yourself use filters for everything you do. I just want you to leave me alone. I went and spoke with a lawyer today. So I'm telling you now, either stop it or you're going to find yourself somewhere you don't want to be. I have not done nothing to you. I have not posted anything about you. I have not harassed you. I do not stalk you. I don't bother you. But you steadily are constantly posting my photos, making fun of me on stuff. I post about awareness. That's it. But I'm not out here stalking you, making multiple pages and doing all this other bullshit that you're doing. So I'm asking you kindly right now, stop. Take my shit down. Quit making all these pages. Find something else to do with your time, because you have made too many damn pages on too many people. You got too much time on your hands, ma'am. Find a hobby. So stop. I'm done. Lord, don't make me see.
I've got a ditto on what she just said. Llama has made pages on me, doxed my information, posted pictures of my house, pictures of my husband. For what reason? Because she left, started bashing me. I didn't say a word. Then I went to bashing her. Yes, I admit it. I did bash her. Two wrongs don't make a right. But the thing is, she needs to stop. I stopped. Why can't she? She has put people's husbands' pictures out there, my friends, that have no business of being on this TikTok, because those are innocent bystanders. That's all I got to say. I'm going to calm down. Just go.
Pooh, you have to unmute.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I did that too. I've not done anything to Llama. I've made those phone calls. When we all done our split, I deleted and I blocked everybody. And when the shit continued with people calling my house and hanging up and calling my house and acting like they were somebody else, I said, screw this. I had my phone number changed. Then they put my real name out there on the TikTok. Then they went digging. Somebody hacked my Facebook and got pictures off my Facebook. If I wanted my real self out there on TikTok, I'd have put myself out there. I know what I look like. There's no need for everybody else to know what I look like.
Was that all, Ms. Pooper?
First of all, we need to take some accountability here. You cannot get mad when somebody matches your energy. Y'all both, or all y'all, Teresa, you said something about me making accounts on them. Do you not have 3 accounts and a YouTube that you're profiting off of Lisa's addiction? How is that any different? Stop the lies. You do text me off this app. Pooh and Cindy, y'all may not have made a page on me, although there's a bunch of pages made and y'all are behind it. We made an agreement. I took those pages down. You made an agreement to stop, and you continued in your lives and to do things that you did and to say things that you've said, nasty things. You and I had an agreement. You broke that agreement. If you're mad that I matched your energy, I'm sorry. But Pooh, I do want to say this. Your age does not give you an out for your behavior. You don't get an out just because you're older than me by a few years. That's not like, it just doesn't. And for Alyssa to come in here and say she doesn't know much about the internet, Pooh's been around this TikTok longer than I have and longer than you have. And there's plenty of evidence, and I've sent what I've sent to Petty, and I wish he would put that picture up because I'm trying to do it myself. But I'm not, if y'all would just leave me alone, picture? It wouldn't be a dang problem. The picture that I sent you, which was the reason our group decided to leave Cindy Castell. It's right here.
Aaron, oh, you got to unmute.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just going to wrap this up and then I'm getting out of the box because this is annoying the fuck out of me. I'm done with all this bullshit. But the more you keep putting my name in your mouth and saying the same stuff over and over is going to give me the fuel to keep posting shit about you. If it wasn't for 2 days ago, no, I take that back. Friday, when you had my name in your mouth again, then I wouldn't have posted what the fuck I posted. So just fucking stop. Leave me the fuck alone. Llama's 5 head. Aaron, go away. Go fuck yourself. That's it. I'm done. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth.
My question is to Llama. You went so deep to find my husband's TikTok to put our picture up and stalked his TikTok. He's hardly on TikTok, but why did you have to go that low? But you're supposed to be spending time with your family, but you have time enough to dig for somebody's husband's TikTok? Why are you bringing everybody's husbands into it? You have 3 people's pictures with their husbands up. Why? That is so childish. It's unbelievable. And then you sit there and put another picture of my husband with my grandkid and you put a monkey up on that. Why? That's all I want to know, Llama. Why? Why are you being so childish and have to seek out my husband's TikTok? Wow. That's crazy to me. That's it.
Candace or Candy, you have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Since we want to talk about matching some energy, I remember, I guess you can say initially when all this went down, Llama going after Tanisha, calling her ghetto, saying, "Oh, you're a teacher, aren't you? You're acting so ghetto. You're trailer trash, this, that, and the other." I'm sure that got sent to you. Also, I want to bring up, which is really none of my business because Llama's the one that aired it out, not us. But she showed text messages between her and another male, not her husband, saying, "Oh, I miss talking to you." What else did she say? Very inappropriate stuff that I know her husband, that she claims works 3 jobs. I don't care if you dox my name, my child, my address. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't care if you make funny faces at me. I know what I look like, and so does everybody else. So dox me, don't care. But what you're doing is wrong. Just like you said when y'all were covering the sassy, she would say, "Oh, I don't remember. Y'all have to remember I have a brain tumor, this, that, and the other." Don't use that as a cop-out. Just like you want to say poo and her age, don't use your brain tumor as a cop-out. So let's match some energy. And you supporting Ashley, giving her gifts. I don't care if you're old mod, new mod, now mod. I don't care. You're supporting somebody that lost her kids, having food hidden in their dresser. That's who you're supporting. I'm done.
Sorry, I mute when y'all talk. Anyways, it goes back to the same thing. If y'all would leave me alone, I'd leave you alone. Sending people to tell me to off myself, telling me that I need to show proof of my brain tumor. And first, every time something happens, y'all accuse me. I am not Ashley's mod, so y'all can kiss my butt. Me and Ashley did not come in here together. Teresa loves to make that stuff up. It's ridiculous. No. You have to
start that.
It's my turn. It's my turn. If we're not going to do this right, I'm going to get down. You cannot run 3 accounts and a YouTube profiting off of Lisa's addiction,
Show
but
proof.
you're mad. No. It's
Show
my
proof I get
turn.
paid.
I was
Show
quiet during
proof.
you. I was quiet during you. You cannot run 3 accounts and a YouTube profiting off of Lisa's addiction and other people, but you're mad that I make accounts. Listen, you cannot get mad when somebody matches your energy. Leave me alone and I will leave you alone. And listen, I don't even agree with everything y'all said to Cindy on this child, but I shouldn't have to defend her. But do I think she fed this child? I absolutely do. But she needs to tell y'all the real reason why she wanted this child, and she needs to tell the truth. I don't think that she abused this child. I think she had it in her heart to help this child, but the problem is her temper. And no, I didn't call CPS. Tony called CPS because you had the child on live acting like a fool, acting like a damn fool. And how do I have an affair from South Carolina to somebody in Tennessee when he only messaged me to one damn time? Y'all make up shit. You make up lies. I'm sick of it. I will defend myself to the end of this day. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to gang bash me with your racist ass.
It's
Y'all all
called
sit
emotional
around her
damage.
racism. You all sit around her racism. She's
Emotional
even done it
damage.
on live, and you sit with her. And in my opinion, you are who you sit with. And I'm done.
But you sit with Ashley. Stop.
Don't drop and let us sleep.
I don't sit with Ashley Starr. You see me in
Don't drop.
her
Don't
lives.
drop. Don't drop. You let someone else speak.
You see me in her lives? You know what? I sent her a gift to piss you off. To piss you
I
off.
want to know what you know. I want to know what you know about
Spread off. You're childish. You bring it to Petty's live because you're not
You're
getting
doing
anywhere
all
in your
this
life.
shit, Mama.
Why are you using Petty? Why did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people? Why did you
Pastor
call
Petty.
Petty come dang up? Why?
Pastor Petty, may I say
One
something?
person can take on all
I want to
five.
know what you know about the Spread Love account that everybody's
what?
talking about. Can you turn down the music for a minute,
I can't
Penny?
hear. Sweet Home Alabama's a good song.
I respectfully, I see a lot of comments down here in the comment cousins about that you let Spread Love help you run these accounts, posting all these people's children and
Who is
husbands and going
Spread
to
Love? Who
Facebook.
the fuck is Spread Love?
Is
Who
that how
is
you're
that?
posting all these people's families and
Who
children
is
and whatnot?
Spread Love?
Why are you yelling?
Michelle.
Because y'all
Michelle.
make up stuff. I don't
Michelle.
talk to Michelle.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Yes.
Comment
Because
cousins.
if that's
Do
how
these-
you're getting your information on these people
I was
and
asking a
posting their
question.
children.
Excuse me. Comment cousins. Do these people go here? Because I don't know any of them.
I'm in here.
No, they're using
Petty.
Petty. They're using Petty so that Cindy can go back to her live and get her views. They're using him.
I'm not
Petty, she
using
got
nobody.
to speak. I think we should be able to. No, that's not right. She got to
I'm
speak.
not using Petty. I'm in here every time he's on. I just don't say anything because Llama, every time I make a
Girl,
comment,
you
has
hosted a lot. You were on live with Bougie talking shit about him.
Oh,
You
so it's
shouldn't
like
even be in the box.
not.
it's like
You are
open
damn
confession
live.
Sunday.
You
Is
are-
that
You
what it
shouldn't
is?
be in the box. And Cindy Castell hosted a live on Petty talking about his child, his dog, and everything else.
Hold up.
But you
Hold
want to
up.
bring your ass over here. I sent him the receipt.
Hold up. I never
sent him
said
the
one
receipt.
word on Pastor
sent him
Petty's
the
child.
Nope.
You're going to come over here and beat.
That's not right. You letting her speak, and we didn't get to say our piece, but she gets to drop. That's not even right. But okay. I'm just here to state that everything out of her fucking mouth was a lie. And I want to see proof. I make money off any fucking app I have, any account I have. Come with some receipts, Llama, because you're full of shit.
I just wanted to say one thing. Pastor Patty, don't play that song because you're going to Beetlejuice, Boss Hog, or IO, or...
Oh, don't say their names. Don't say their names.
That's the summoning song.
Everybody right now in the box is fine, but I literally, respectfully, I dropped people because the yelling is getting
Yes.
out of hand. Stop it. If y'all can't stop and mute up and learn how to discuss things like adults, we're gonna have to just start dropping because this is ridiculous. Calm
Yes.
down. Everyone I drop, take